Well, folks, Pokemon is just going to keep ballooning and ballooning and being more expensive, and pretty soon it's going to be like Bitcoin, and you're only going to be able to afford a full Pokemon booster box if you are an elite, high class, top 1% individual. Not really, but it is kind of crazy what Pokemon is doing these days. You know, everything that they have done previously that has not worked, they have improved upon. And we've seen this with Sword and Shield. Early Sword and Shield, not really popular. They started introducing alt arts. It blew up. They took what they learned from Sword and Shield. They brought it into Scarlet and Violet. They said, let's take these lower rarity cards. Let's put the artwork on those. They got IRs. What happened? Scarlet and Violet, most successful era for Pokemon of all time. So what are they doing with the next era or the next mini era, whatever you want to call the mega sets? They are once again improving upon what didn't really work previously or what cards weren't as desirable previously. And it's really interesting to see this because Pokemon doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. Things are not going to calm down for quite a while. Yeah, Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia, a Japanese streamer last night revealed a lot of the cards, well, all of the cards pretty much from both sets. A lot of really cool IRs, or ARs technically, a lot of really cool special art rares, some really good stuff. You can see some of them here. We'll go through them really quick, and then I'll talk about, just how they're really improving the rarities and the less desirable stuff previously is just getting better, which just means Pokemon's going to keep moving in one direction, right? So we got this, okay, I don't know what just happened, but we got this Executor, very nice IR there. Obviously, we've seen the Bulbasaur and Ivysaur. We've seen the Vulpix. We've got the Riolu ETB promo. This one is new. I can't remember this dude's name. Marshmallow something or another. We got the Nacli Evolution. Interesting IR there. Old boy Spiritomb. Can't remember this guy's name. Got some cool IRs here. Steelix is one of the bigger ones. It's interesting to compare this to the Paradox Rift Steelix IR. Very different artworks. Curious to see which one will be kind of evaluated better over the years. We got Donald Trump here. And this is what I'm beginning to talk about with this Venusaur card right here. So full arts, when they debuted, they were a big deal back in, XY era, right? But then recently with these illustration rares and special illustration rares, the full arts, barring a couple like highly playable or very popular full arts, nobody really cares. They're pretty cheap. They're like 10 to 20 bucks. The Charizard from 151 is one of the higher end ones. I think it's like 24 raw. So Pokemon saw that and they said, hey, let's make the full arts really good. So everything in these sets becomes desirable, right? So look at this Venusaur. When I saw this card last night for the first time, I literally thought that for a second that they were going to put two special illustration cards for a single Pokemon in this set. That's how nice this card looks. You got the shadow, you've got this cool background design. Obviously, the texture, I mean, it's a really cool card, and you can see that same thing with the Mega Absol here and this Mega Lucario. Like, these cards are great, and everything that wasn't popular previously, they are just improving upon. And it's really just the ceiling of where this hobby might go just keeps moving upwards. And I'll talk about that a little bit more towards the end of this video. We've got these special illustration rares that were already officially revealed. This very nice Absol, Mega Absol. He's got kind of like that gargoyle Batman vibe going on here. This is a cool card for sure. And then I like this Lieutenant Surge too. I think that's probably the same artist who did Jasmine from Surging Sparks. And then, this is the new rarity, these gold cards. They're new original art. Previously, gold cards had taken full art and just, put a nice gold layer over it. This is another example. Gold cards previously. Outside of the Pikachu from Surging Sparks and Prismatic, nobody's really been all that interested in these gold cards. And now you've got this original art Lucario. I'll go further down really quick. We also have the Gardevoir here. Very nice design. It's got, obviously it pops a little more. It's got kind of like that smooth metallic-y finish that we saw on the Pikachu from Prismatic. This cool background design that's almost kind of like a Mayan, I don't know, ancient kind of style. Very nice. I'm sure that ties into like the whole Mega Evolution lore and all that. This is another photo of it, a little bit clearer. And even like, we've got some of the other SIRs, Gardevoir, Mega Latios, but like this Obama Snow, man. Who really cares about Mega Obama Snow, right? Well, this card looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I am not going to lie. That's a pretty good looking card. We've got the Shedinja. It's just like this Lily card obviously is going to be worth quite a bit. But all this is just to say that like the floor just keeps on rising in Pokemon, and they're learning from their mistakes. They don't make many of them, but they see, these cards that aren't doing as well, aren't as popular, and they're just making them better. Full arts, they're making better. Gold cards, they're making them better. Like, things are just improving, and this is this is a base set, so it could very realistically be, the least impressive set of the Mega era. There'd be no surprise there if this is, the quote unquote worst set of the Mega era. And it's pretty good. You compare this to SV base, which was a massive improvement over Sword and Shield base, which was on par with Sun and Moon base, so on and so forth. They're really learning from their mistakes. This stuff just looks good. Like this set would, if you put this set in Sword and Shield, it would be up there. It would be up there. It's no Evolving Skies Fusion Strike Lost Origin, but it ain't too far off. I'll just say that. And yeah, we keep thinking that like the hype train has reached the station, right? We've got Prismatic Evolutions in January, which was supposed to be the peak, and valuation wise it sort of was, but then you have Destined Rivals, which blew up with the Mewtwo and the Moltres and Cynthia's Garchomp. That is doing really well. Sealed prices just keep rising. The booster boxes I think are around like $280 for a set that came out 2 months ago. And now like they just announced a Mega Evolution set that is featuring both Mega Charizard and Mega Gengar. I'm telling you what, if this set has a special illustration rare of Mega Charizard and Mega Gengar, it's going to be the same thing all over again. People just freaking out, wanting the cards, Costco fights, you name it. Very difficult MSRP drops and, $300 booster boxes out the gate. Crazy Town is not going away anytime soon. I really, really think it's going to take a, post 30th anniversary Generation 10, Generation 10 base set to really get Pokemon to slow down. Because until then, it's just getting better and better. And like, traditionally, bull markets in Pokemon and in collectible spaces haven't lasted this long. But I just, now that you have investors in this space with putting their disposable income into booster boxes, the secret's out. Evolving Skies is the only asset in the world since 2021 to have appreciated more than Bitcoin. That's crazy. Like, this is no longer just a card game, folks. There are a lot of people, with their eyes on this hobby, for better or worse. And I just don't see this slowing down anytime soon. I do not see it slowing down. We might take a chill pill when Gen 10 comes along, but in the meantime, Pokemon's just improving upon the few things that weren't popular, and the sets just get better. You think that we're reaching the hype peak, and then they send out Gengar and Charizard. Who knows what's next? We got a Mega Rayquaza set coming. When's the bear market coming? When's the MSRP wave coming? I would love to know. I mean, I would love to be wrong too, because I would love to buy some of this stuff cheap. If we ever have $90 booster boxes again, I'll be the first person cheering for it. But I just do not see it happening. But yeah, that's all I got for this episode. I appreciate you guys watching. Just wanted to go in and just talk about how Pokemon is just getting better and better, and things just likely will not slow down anytime soon. But yeah, let me know what you think of the Mega set. I like it. My favorite card is probably this, either the Mega Venusaur or the Lucario Venusaur face off. That's a really cool card. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably get some booster boxes for this, but I won't go too heavily into it just because I think what's coming around the corner is even crazier. But yeah, that's all I got for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Magnum Mike signing off. I'll catch you next time.